मिथाइल कैसे हो जाएगा? इफ यू आर सेइंग, हाँ बताइए।
Written CH3 twice. So
नहीं, अच्छा आप बोल, वेट अ सेकंड, आप बोल रहे हैं कि ये भी एक मिथाइल है और ये भी एक मिथाइल है, ऐसे? हाँ,
no.
देन व्हाट आर यू सेइंग? ये स्ट्रक्चर है ये। व्हाट इज रॉन्ग इन दिस, टेल मी। पेरेंट सही है, मेन चेन सही है,
Yes.
ओके, देन वी ओनली हैव अनसैचुरेशन भी सही है बिकॉज इट इज ऑल इन, राइट? सब्स्टिट्यूएंट में दिक्कत है,
Okay, sir, understood.
सही है ना?
No. Yes.
अच्छा अच्छा, बॉन्ड लाइन में दिक्कत है क्या क्या थोड़ा, अक्षय?
No, sir.
नहीं,
No, understood, sir.
अंडरस्टूड, ठीक ठीक, कुछ कंफ्यूजन हो गया था, ओके फाइन। देन इन द सी पार्ट वी आर राइटिंग, okay, in the fourth position we have tertiary butyl. Now tertiary butyl has a structure, that is you have one carbon atom which is further connected to three more carbon atoms, CH3, CH3 and CH3. This is tertiary butyl. So this tertiary butyl group is on which carbon atom? In the fourth carbon atom. Clear? Yes or no, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now then we have the fourth one, that is 1,4-dibromo-but2-ene. Okay, so we will do 4 carbon atoms, 1 2 3 4 carbon atoms, and there is a ene. That means you have a double bond. Double bond is in the second carbon, so there will be a double bond in the second carbon like this. Okay, acha, this is butene, but if you want to write, this will be but1ene. Okay, so we always number with the carbon atom which is having the least number in double bonds. Then we have 1,4 dibromo. So 1 2 3 and 4 is there. In the first carbon we have bromine, and in the fourth carbon also we have bromine. Clear as sabko? Yes or no? Please tell me. Kulsum, Zaid, Manasi, those who were not present yesterday. Yes, okay.
Yes, sir.
Now E, that is the last one, that is 1-bromo-4 secondary butyl 2-methyl benzene. So E will write the benzene first. It is saying 1-bromo. That means the first substituent that you will add, we will write this as bromine. Then it is saying in the second position we have methyl. That means this is the first. Second position you can write it here. Second position is going to be methyl, that is CH3. It is saying in the fourth position we have secondary butyl. We have secondary butyl in the fourth position. 1 2 3. In the fourth position we have so this is C. This is what? This is butyl. 4 carbon atoms, butyl, and it is attachment is what? Attachment is in the second carbon, that is the secondary position attachment is there. So this is your secondary butyl. Okay. So butyl, you will have normal butyl. Okay. Normal butyl will also have secondary butyl. Both of these will be same. The structure will be same. Here also this, and secondary butyl, the structure is this, but the point of attachment is different. In normal butyl, you will have the point of attachment to the main chain from this carbon atom, but in the secondary butyl, you will have the attachment to the main chain with this carbon atom that is in the second position or the secondary carbon. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me the difference between normal butyl and the secondary butyl.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Normal butyl last.
Normal butyl, the end carbons, either this carbon or you can also say that this carbon also same
Yes,
thing,
sir.
right?
It will be normal butyl.
Normal butyl. In the secondary butyl, you will either have in the second carbon or this carbon. Both of these carbons are also same. Yes or no? Both of these carbons are same, secondary carbons. Okay, but just to remove confusions, you can write it like this. The point of attachment will be on the terminal carbon. Secondary butyl means the point of attachment will be on the second carbon, secondary carbon. This is clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, for this you will all do, because in this you just have to classify and identify whether it is alkyl, allyl, benzyl. In alkyl, or okay, there should be a comma here. Primary, secondary, tertiary भी आपको बताना है, whether it is vinyl or aryl halide. Okay. So those who were not attending the lecture yesterday, they will watch the lecture from YouTube, and then try the second question. Okay, try the second question. जिन लोगों ने किया हुआ है लेक्चर वो भी इसको ट्राई करेंगे. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. You just need to classify them. Okay. Now, there are a few structures that you have to know
So
because
what's the difference between C and E in tertiary and secondary?
tertiary and secondary. Tertiary butyl. In tertiary butyl, we have carbon which is connected to 3 other carbon atoms. So in total, how many carbon atoms do we have? Tell me. 4 carbons, right?
Yes, sir.
Hai. And the point of attachment will be the carbon which is tertiary, that is attached to 3 other carbon atoms. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And in the secondary, what do we have? The secondary, we have the simple butyl structure, but the point of attachment is in the second carbon, this carbon atom. So as you can see, this carbon atom is 2 degree and this carbon atom is 3 degree. That is why it is tertiary butyl. This is secondary butyl. Is it clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Write a question. Draw the structure of you have to draw the structure of neopentyl bromide. Okay. Remember these examples. Why? Because this is not IUPAC nomenclature. What is this? This is common name. This is common name. Why are common name used? Common names are not very good things. Common names are used only because of legacy. That means in earlier times when the IUPAC rules were not set up, that time still the chemistry was going on, right? And when the chemistry and organic chemistry was going on, people were not using IUPAC name because IUPAC was not existing then. So they were using common names, and those common names are so common right now. That means they're so common that you have to remember those names also. Okay, even after the IUPAC has given the set of rules. So neopentyl bromide is one of those that you have to remember the structure. And neopentyl you will remember. Okay, what is neopentyl? In neopentyl, you will have 5 carbon atoms in this fashion. You have 1 carbon which is connected to 4 other carbons. Okay, and then one of the carbon is connected to Br. So this part from here to here, it is what? It is neopentyl. And this part is giving me bromide. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If you write the IUPAC name for this, what will be the IUPAC name for this? Now, Kulsum, Mansi, and Zed, you will just bear with me since you don't know this method. But if you watch the previous lecture, you will understand this method. What is the functional group here?
The bromopentane.
नहीं bromopentane नहीं होगा.
E.
नहीं halogen. Mansi, Kulsum, and Zed don't attempt. Something different is going on here. Krishna, Akshay, Atif,
sir.
Hamza, E.
The E.
Very good. Functional group is E. What is unsaturation?
AN.
N.
In
AN. Very good. And then the parent,
pro.
3 carbons, right? Prop. Okay, so we are done with these items, right? नहीं BR नहीं हुआ है हमारे पास. We are just done with these 3. Whatever remains after the identification of functional group, unsaturation, and parent is what? These are, what are these? Substituent, right?
Yes, sir.
Now in substituent, what do we have? We have 2 methyl groups. That means we have dimethyl. And then we have 1 bromo. Clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now A or B? Where should I start the numbering from?
B.
B. 1, 2, 3. That means bromo will get number 1. Okay. And the dimethyl will get what number? 2, 2, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Because we have to number both the methyl groups. So the first methyl is in the second carbon. This other methyl is also in the second carbon. Now just go from bottom to top. You will get the name 1 bromo, 2, 2 dimethyl, propane. Clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please watch the yesterday's lecture. Kulsum, Mansi, and Zad. Clear है?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. हाँ, चलो. You will understand this method very easily. Okay, you
Sir,
will
wait,
understand
sir,
this
I'm
method.
writing, sir.
हाँ, please write, please write.
Sir, the day you took extra class for haloalkanes,
हाँ,
I
उसमें
was
हमने बताया
present
था.
that day. Yes.
हाँ, उसमें हमने बताया था. अब उतना याद नहीं रहता. I have a very bad memory for a chemistry teacher. ठीक है, तो उतना याद नहीं रहता. But you know this method, Kulsum, right?
Yes, sir, I know.
मानसी, आप भी थे क्या उस क्लास में?
No, sir, we had physics class that day.
अच्छा, उस दिन फिजिक्स थी आप. ठीक है. बट फिर भी देख लीजिएगा कुलसुम, आई हैव एक्सप्लेन इट इन अ थोड़ा larger sense में, because that extra class that I have to cover the reactions also, that is why I could not do much for nomenclature, but yesterday I explained to a bit of extent. Okay, so please watch
I
yesterday's
will, sir.
lecture.
I will.
हाँ, ठीक है. Okay, जैद लिख लिया आपने?
Yes, sir, written. Yes.
Okay, fine. B, write the structure for sec butyl chloride. Okay, sec butyl chloride. So what did I say? What is the structure of butyl? Correct? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the point of attachment will be on which carbon? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
2.
2 or 3, right? Yes or no? All of you can see now this 2 or 3, both of these are same. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Okay.
1 और 4 sir, normal हो जाएगा.
Normal नहीं है, secondary butyl है ना, इस वजह से. Got it? Yes or no? Tell me. है ना?
Yes.
So what you will do? You will either attach a chlorine in the third carbon or the second carbon. पूरा ही मिल गया. So you'll attach here chlorine. This is secondary butyl chlorine. Sec butyl chlorine. Clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So write a question. Write the IUPAC name. For the following. Please try this. Correct, Akshay. Very good. No, Atif. Check once again. Unsaturation सही नहीं है आपका. Kulsum. Kulsum, numbering is not right. Numbering is not right. Mansi, numbering is not right. नहीं 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 कृष्णा, आपने पेरेंट चेंज सही नहीं चूज किया है. सेम विथ हमजा, पेरेंट इज नॉट राइट. Parent should have both the carbon atoms of double bond. Okay, parent should have both the carbon atoms of double bond. Chaliye, let us see here. Nine. Okay. Functional group will be E. Yes or no? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Functional group. Okay. Unsaturation?
In.
En. Okay. Parent में देखिए, we have three terminals A, B, and C. Tell me, I should start which like what should I do? A to C वाला लेना है, B to C वाला लेना है, या A to B वाला लेना है? Which will be our parent? Tell me, guys. तीन ही कार्बन है, राइट?
B to C.
हाँ, B to C. कहां से कहां? B to C, because B is containing the double bond, right? So B to C, how many carbons? 1, 2, 3 carbons. Okay, so the parent will be prop. समझ में आया? ऐसा नो, हमजा, हिबा, कृष्णा.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, after the identification of functional group unsaturation and the parent, what remains? This Br remains and this CH3 remains, right?
Sir,
हाँ बताइए.
this Br is connected to a carbon, right?
हाँ, Br is connected to a
So
carbon.
that won't be counted.
That is already counted. Which carbon? ये carbon है ना? Br से connected.
Okay.
Bond line में दिक्कत है. Bond line में दिक्कत है, मानसी?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Bond line में आपको दिक्कत है, then you will have to do some practice. उसके बाद ही होगा. ठीक है. अभी ऐसे आप क्या करते जाइए, सीखते जाइए. ओके मानसी?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ऐसे सीखते जाइए आप. Now parent is prop. Okay, what I was saying, हाँ, substituent will be this Br and this CH3 is the substituent. So we have a bromo substituent and we have a substituent that is methyl. Now comes the numbering part. So where should I start the numbering from? B or C? Tell me.
B.
B. Okay, raise your hand if you want B. Raise your hand if your answer is B. Ah, very good, very good. Okay. Fine. Kulsum, why not B? What do you think then? Kulsum? Lower your hand, all of you lower your hand. Kulsum, you think C?
I didn't understand, sir.
Kulsum की जवाब ही नहीं आ रहा. Sorry?
I didn't understand.
अच्छा, you did not understand. I'm asking where should I start numbering from? ऐसे नंबर करें 1 2 3 या ऐसे नंबर करें 1 2 3? ऊपर वाला नीचे वाला? हाँ कुलसुम? What happened?
From the left to right.
Left to right. That means B to C, na?
Yes.
Okay, correct. We're numbering B to C because unsaturation. That means the double bond should be counted first. The double bond should be counted first. That means the numbering will be Br is in the third position, methyl is in the second position, and the En, that is the double bond, that is in the first position. So now you have a name. Now, when I have to write the IUPAC name, I will do it alphabetically. That means B will come first and then methyl. Okay, in the subsequents. This will be 3 bromo, 2 methyl, prop 1 ene. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we can add propane as propane itself.
Propene.
Right?
Yeah, you can write it as propene also. But I would suggest that आदत मत रखिए उस चीज की, है ना? If it is given as propene, then you can understand it is the first carbon. But अगर आप numbers को छोड़ रहे हैं, if you leave numbers, then कभी गलती से कुछ और number भी आपका छूट सकता है. ठीक है? चलिए. Now, write the topic nomenclature of aryl halides. Now, in nomenclature of aryl halides, see, we all know that each and every nomenclature, each and every IUPAC name, it will contain substituent. Then we will be having parent. After parent, there will be unsaturation. And after unsaturation, we have functional group. When we have aryl halides, that means halogen atom that is connected to the benzene ring, then this PUF, that is puff, it all boils down, and we, instead of writing parent unsaturation functional group, we write just benzene. Okay, and then you just have to identify the substituent and name the substituent. Is that clear? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For example, is this an aryl halide? Is the halogen atom directly connected to the benzene ring? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
Right? So the PUF, that means puff, will be what? Benzene. Now, what are the substituent that we can see? Br and CS3. Is that right? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
That means we have bromo. And for CS3, we have methyl. Now, in order to number this, as you can see, now, whenever you are confused by the numbering, now, whenever you are confused with anything, then you please do it in alphabetical order. Most of the time, IUPAC nomenclature, it follows alphabetical order. We can also write it one methyl. We can also write it one bromo. You can number anyone, but since Br is having B here and M here, write is the one bromo and two methyl. So this will be one bromo. Sorry, two methyl. Benzene. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And for the second one, Br, and let us say we have a Br here. So again, the same thing. Puff will be what? It will be benzene. Then you have substituents. We have what? Dibromo. Is that clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. Dibromo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now dibromo will be what? 1, 2. Right? 1, 2 dibromo benzene. So this will be 1, 2 dibromo. Numbering आ रहा समझ में? Yes or no? Please tell me. Kulsum, Mansi, Zaid, Hamza, Hiba, Aisha, Akshay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So wait a second. Shall you write this down? See, again the puff will be benzene. Now substituent will be bromo. chloro, and methyl. See, whenever you are numbering, the lowest locant rule is the main rule. Now, after lowest locant, if you are getting a tie, then only you will use the alphabetical order. Please remember this. यहाँ पे जो हमारे पास केस था, यहाँ पे we can have the first question here also, the first question here also, right? That is why we use alphabetical order. That is why we use alphabetical order. Now, in this case, I will start with, I can either start, see, I can either do 1, use some different color, 1, 2, 3, 4, है? Or else, what else I can do? I can either do, starting with chlorine, that is, starting with methyl, that is 1, then chlorine 2, so will be 3, and then bromine will be 4. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. These are the two options, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if I look at the red ones, है ना? So red one में देखिए हमारे पास, the red one में we have 1, है ना? In the first carbon we have some substituent. Then I have the other substituent in which carbon? Tell me. Red one के लिए 3, and then we have in
4.
4. Then for the green one, एक में है plus
2 and
2
4.
and 4. So tell me what are the sums? This is 8 and this is 7. So which is the lowest? Lowest locant कहाँ पे? Green one. So green one को use करेंगे हम लोग. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
है ना? और ये एक और आप try कर सकते थे जो कि Mansi, is that you?
Yes, sir.
अच्छा, do you know what is the lowest locant rule?
Yes.
Yes, you know it, right? So lowest locant कैसे निकालते हैं? We can, what you can do, you can write what are the different possible numbering schemes that you can have. So we can have either the red one or the green one. Is that clear till here? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when I, okay, आपको ये नहीं पता कि 1, 3, 4 में क्या इतना important है, right? Mansi?
No, I understood now. I just got confused between the green 3 and red 2, that position.
अब clear है सब कुछ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. No need to explain more?
No need.
अच्छा, no need. ठीक है. So now we are using what? Green one. So let me erase the red ones.
So we can also use that alphabetical rule, right?
नहीं, alphabetical is only after you get the tie in lowest locant. देखिए, जब आपके पास सिर्फ 2 रहे, मान लीजिए आपके पास इस तरह से है, you have Br here and then you have Cl here, ठीक है? अब you can either have 1, 2, 3 or you can have 1, 2, 3. तो चाहे आप green लीजिए, चाहे आप blue लीजिए, the sum will be what again? 4 only. Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
है ना? Now in this case, as you are getting a tie from lowest locant, you will be using alphabetical order. Clear है?
Yes.
Okay, so the rule is what, whenever you are having 2, in that case you can use the alphabetical order because उसमें matter नहीं करेगा for numbering. जब भी आपके पास, whenever you have 2 substituent in the benzene or even for that matter in cyclohexene. Sorry, in cyclohexene also if you have 2, then also it won't matter. You can start with alphabetical directly. But when you have 3 different substituents, then you have to look at the lowest locant and then decide on the alphabetical order. Clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the bromo is in the 4th position. Chlorine is in the 2nd position. Methyl is in the 1st position. So we'll write 1 methyl. नहीं, sorry. ये हमने गलत कर दिया. यहाँ पे तो जो लिखना रहता है, that is always in the alphabetical order. So this will be 4 bromo, 2 chloro, 1 methyl, benzene. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. For di-substituted haloarenes. For di-substituted haloarenes. Now, we will be using ortho, meta, and para rules. Okay, OMP. Now, in OMP type of nomenclature, you have to identify what are the ortho, meta, and para positions. So when you have a benzene ring, for example, let us suppose this is the group here. So we are referring to this group. Now in reference to this group, these two carbon atoms are ortho. So red one are ortho. Okay, this is also ortho. This is also ortho. Clear? Eh? Then the green ones, both of these are what? Both of these are meta. Is this clear? Yes or no, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Then you have one. This is blue. This is para. Okay. Now, the reference group and the ortho position have 0 carbon in between. 0 carbons in between. Meta has 1 carbon in between. And the group that is your reference, right? This is the first position. This is the first position, right? And the meta has 1 carbon in between. 1 carbon in between. And the para, it has 2 carbons in between. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
So can you explain again about the 2 carbon in between?
See, this is the reference group. Yes or no, Akshay?
Yes, sir.
Then we have this 1 carbon. Then we have this other carbon. So these 2 carbons are between the reference group and the para position. Clear?
Oh, okay, sir. Oh,
Got it?
yes, sir.
Should we do some examples? Yes or no, please tell me. देख लिया सबने?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. A Br here, we have a Br here. Okay. Now, what is the relation between these 2 bromines? Is there any carbon between them? Yes or no, please tell me.
No, sir.
That means these are ortho substituted. That means these are what? Ortho dibromobenzene. What will you call them? Call them ortho dibromobenzene. Is that clear? Yes or no, please tell me. Also write this as O dibromobenzene. So what will be this?
P-dichlorobenzene.
Correct. A para dichlorobenzene. Okay. Is this clear till here? Yes or no, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So see, nomenclature as examples will keep coming on. Now you know the rules, है ना? You know how to apply the rules when new structures come, or if you see a name which is kind of weird, then you will ask me, and then we can discuss it. Okay. Otherwise, it will never end. So once you have known the rules and you have applied it, now it's time to move on. Now it's time to what? Move on. Now write a question. Write the next topic, that is methods of preparation. methods of preparation. So the number one method of preparation that we'll start with is from alcohols. Please write. From alcohols. Okay. Now, from alcohols, I will start with, please write the topic. Using phosphorus based reagents. What we are using? We are using phosphorus based reagents. Now, in phosphorus based reagent, we will write this reactions directly. Okay, so these reactions are not very much important. They don't ask you directly, but as a reagent, these are important. That's why I am not writing any statements, and they also don't give any regioselective products. So you can directly write, if you react this with PCl3, acha, tell me what type of haloalkane will be found. R. Look at the reagent and guess it. Tell me.
RCl.
है ना? RCl, very good. है ना? So as you can see directly from the reagent, you will get RCl. In the second case, you will get RBr. And in the both the cases, the byproduct will be S3PO3. Okay, so these are the two reagents. Then you can use red phosphorus plus X2. Now this halogen, when you are using with red phosphorus, it can be either Br or iodine. Okay, it cannot be chlorine or fluorine, and you will be getting Rx. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Next, the last reagent of phosphorus based is PCl5. When you are using PCl5, again you will be getting RCl plus POCl3 and HCl. For the first and second case, Akshay,
Yes, sir.
it will, that is only related to balancing, na? है कि
Okay.
नहीं? Right, that is why I have not. वो सिर्फ balancing के लिए है. One thing that you should note for organic chemical reaction or chemical equations, that first of all, substrate plus reagent giving me product. And which product? The organic product. Organic means what? Carbon containing product. That is, these are the important things. What is the substrate? What is the reagent? And if you have any catalyst, that catalyst is also important. Okay, and in the product, S3PO3 is not very much important. RBr is not. Now, when the byproduct will be important, then there will be a particular note, remark, important. These things will be remembered. These things will be written if the byproduct is important. If these are not important, there will be no mention about it. Okay, they will be just written as this, just H3PO3 or S3PO3. Here you have POCl3 and HCl. But in general cases, these are not very important. What is important? What is the substrate and what is the class of substrate? That means this is alcohol. That is important. Okay, and then what you are forming? You are forming haloalkane. That is important. And what are the reagents you are using? You are using a phosphorus based reagent. Okay. Should I move on? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Write the next one. Second. Using halo acids. Halo acids. In halo acids, you will have three reactions. You will be using HCl, HBr, and HI. Okay, HCl, HBr, and HI. HCl is important. HCl is important. Okay, so for this we will write statements. Please write. Treatment of alcohols with HCl and HBr.
Sir, HI is hydrogen iodide.
Hydrogen iodide in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2 in the presence of anhydrous ZnCl2. Wait a second. यहाँ पे आप इसको छोड़ दीजिए. HBr, can you please cut the HBr? Let us write for HCl, which is important right now. The presence of ZnCl2, anhydrous ZnCl2, gives alkyl halides. It gives alkyl halide. That means you have ROH with HCl. In the presence of ZnCl2, you will be getting RCl. Okay. Thus there is a water byproduct. Now, write a note. HCl plus ZnCl2 is known as Lucas reagent and is used for differentiation between primary, secondary, and tertiary. Primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohols. Okay, so what does it do? Lucas reagent, HCl plus ZnCl2. If you have primary alcohol, what type of alcohol we have? We have primary alcohol. And if you react this with the Lucas reagent, that is HCl plus ZnCl2, writing Lucas reagent. Okay, it will give me white PPT only if we heat it, but at room temperature it will give me no reaction. Right, no reaction at room temperature. Okay, bracket you will write white PPT on heating. Secondary alcohol if you have, if I use Lucas reagent, it will give me white PPT after 5 to 10 minutes. It requires time. And if we have tertiary alcohol, presence of Lucas reagent, it is going to give me white PPT immediately. Okay. Write these three down. Let me know when you're done.
So what is the first product? No.
No reaction at room temperature.
Okay.
है ना, but it will give white PPT only on heating. ऐसे देखिए, no reaction से तो कुछ नहीं पता चलने वाला है ना, right? If you are having no reaction, इससे क्या पता कि alcohol है या फिर कुछ और ही है. But when you heat it and it is giving you white PPT, that means it is primary alcohol. Even
Okay.
after heating, if it is not giving you anything, that means it is something else that we don't know. Okay, but if you heat it and it gives white PPD, that means it is a primary alcohol.
Okay, sir.
All of you wrote this, yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Sir, 1 minute.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So actually what happens if you write the general reaction mechanism here, we have ROH, and then in the presence of ZnCl2, what happens? ZnCl2, it abstracts this it abstracts this OH and you get a R positive. That means what you're getting a carbocation. We're getting a carbocation. And then further we have Cl negative from HCl, and then they react with each other to form RCl. Okay. Now, when you have carbocation, that means the stability of carbocation is 3 degrees most stable, followed by 2 degree, and then followed by 1 degree. And that is why when you have 3 degree tertiary alcohol, this carbocation is formed very fastly, because this 3 degree is very stable. That means it is formed very fastly. Whenever we are, ये बहुत बड़ा confusion होता है बच्चों को. They say that people get confused. If 3 degree is most stable, then why it is reacting very fastly? है ना? They may say that if 3 degree is most stable, it should not react, but that is not the case. Carbocation, each and every carbocation is reactive. Each and every carbocation is reactive. Whenever we are talking about the stability of carbocation, we are not talking about how fast the carbocation will react. Carbocation will always react fastly. सवाल है, the question is, which carbocation will be formed first? Which carbocation will be formed first? In primary, secondary, and tertiary, which carbocation will be formed first? The most stable one, that is the 3 degree one. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the stability of carbocation, we will predict only and only the formation which is getting formed fast, not which is getting reacted fast. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please remember this point. Now, when you have carbocation, then comes the case of 2 different carbocations also. So that is why write a note. Very important note. This note says that benzyl alcohol as well as allyl alcohol gives immediate Lucas test. Why? Why is that? Because the benzyl alcohol is, those who remember benzyl halide, they must also know what is benzyl alcohol. Just extrapolate this. So this will be CH2 and OH. This group is benzyl alcohol. Now, when you react this with ZnCl2, the ZnCl2 will abstract the OH and you will be getting CH2 positive. Now, this is resonance stabilized. Yes or no? There is a resonance here. Can all of you see that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, when it is resonance stabilized, that means it will be formed very easily. And after the formation of a positive ion, it will react very easily. इसके बाद तो reaction कुछ है ही नहीं. After this, there is no reaction. Reactions are very fast. Okay. Next, allyl alcohol. In allyl alcohol, what do we have? We'll have CH2, which is doubly bonded with CH, which is further bonded with CH2OH. Right? Both of these are what? Both of these are connected to sp3 carbon atoms, as you can see. Right? Both of these are connected to sp3 carbon atoms. That is a benzyl and allyl. Now, when I react this with ZnCl2, then I will be getting CH2, double bond CH, single bond CH2 positive. Now, again, this is also what? This is also resonance stabilized. And that is why these give very immediate Lucas test. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. Clear as sabko? Hi, Anna?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, even though this is a 1 degree alcohol, this is also a 1 degree alcohol, but it's still they are giving what? They're giving Lucas test at room temperature, and that too very immediately. Why? Due to the presence of resonance. है ना? अब देखिए. What are we seeing? We are seeing alcohols. That means this same reaction, it will be repeated in which chapter? The next chapter, that is alcohol, phenol, and ether. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me. This reaction will once again be repeated in the next chapter. वहाँ पे we'll be learning about the chemical properties of alcohol. And in the chemical properties of alcohol, you will be learning about once again the Lucas test. है ना? उस टाइम पूछेंगे, किसी को याद नहीं रहेगा. चलिए. All of you done? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, furthermore, we can write the reactions of HBr and of what? Of Hi also, right? Of HBr and Hi also. So you can just write ROH the presence of HBr and Hi. What do? They give me RBr and Ri simply. Okay. These two rather they require some heating, but you don't have to worry about it. Clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tell you. Right, the next reaction. So what did we saw? First of all, saw the phosphorus base. Then we saw what? Using halo acid. Third is the most important one. क्या C लिख रहे हैं, A B C लिख रहे हैं, क्या लिख रहे हैं, भूल ही जाते हैं. Second, third. Using thionyl chloride. Using what? Using thionyl chloride. Please write the statement. The statement is important here. When alcohols are treated with thionyl chloride, when alcohols are treated with thionyl chloride, what will they form? They form alkyl halides. They form alkyl halide. ROH, the presence of SOCl2, that is thionyl chloride, gives you RCl plus HCl and SO2. Both of these are what? Escapable gases. And that is why this is a preferred method of preparation for haloalkanes. Write a note here. Write a note here. This is the preferred method of preparation, MOP of haloalkanes. As the byproducts, HCl and SO2 are escapable gases. And we only get pure alkyl halide which requires no separation. Clear as up? Yes or no? Please tell me. Is this clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All of you done? You're still writing? Zaid, Kulsum, Mansi, समझ में आ रहा है आप लोग को? ये सुनो.
Yes,
Zaid,
sir,
आपको समझ?
understand.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Done, sir.
Done, all of you? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Like the fourth reaction. Using NABR, the presence of H2SO4. Okay. Now, in this reaction, what happened? In this reaction, please write here. When alcohols are treated with NABR in the presence of H2SO4, what happens? NABR and H2SO4, they form in situ HBr. What happens? HBr is formed in situ. In situ means in the reaction, between the reaction, what happens? HBr is formed. HBr is formed, which leads to formation of what? Which leads to formation of alkyne halides. Okay. We have ROH plus NABR plus H2SO4. And these two, in between they form HBr, and which leads to the formation of RBr plus NaHSO4, and water is released.
Sir, HBr is formed in
C2. C2 means between the reaction. SITU. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
yes, sir.
Write a remark. The above methods cannot be used for the preparation of aryl halides. Why? Because the carbon oxygen bond, जब हम लोग, when we are preparing RX, we have to take what? ROH. When we have to prepare ARX, we have to take AROH. And that means we have to take phenols. Benzene attached with alcohol, that OH group. That means because the carbon oxygen bond in phenol has partial double bond character, due to resonance and is difficult to break. Okay. Is this clear? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
We are given this type of question. Why are can also be asked like this? Why haloarenes cannot be prepared by using thionyl fluoride? Then you will write that in order to form haloarene, we have to use phenol, and in phenol we have resonance. Then you can show the resonance also. One is enough. And you can show one resonating structure, that is will be enough. Okay. Positive over negative over. ये लिख लिया आप लोगों ने? yes or no, please tell me. All of you done? Yes or no?
Done, sir.
Yes, sir.
Write another remark. Rate of reaction of alcohols with halo acid. Halo acid means HCl, HBr, Hi, these things. So the fastest will be benzyl alcohol, followed by allyl alcohol, because these are what resonance stabilized, followed by 3 degree, followed by 2 degree, followed by 1 degree, and then at last we will have methyl alcohol. Clear है सबको? Yes or no? Please tell me. Is everyone done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Write the question. नहीं नहीं, आप लोग ऐसे लिखे तो बॉन्ड लाइन समझ में आना चाहिए आप लोग को। ओके, 12th क्लास में आधी बुक आपकी ऑर्गेनिक केमिस्ट्री है, CH3 करते रहिए तो बहुत टाइम चला जाता है। चलिए, write this down. Let me know when you're done. You will draw the structure and send the answer to Learnivio WhatsApp. Please write your name on top. Okay. फोटो भेजिएगा भाई, प्लीज पीडीएफ में बनाने लग जाइएगा. चलो, ऑल ऑफ दीज आर इजी क्वेश्चंस है ना, ट्राई इट, हो जाएगा सारा.
Sir,
हाँ
the
सर.
D1,
हाँ,
this one benzene. The ring,
आपको 11th क्लास के लेक्चर्स चाहिए मानसी?
no,
नहीं चाहिए?
no.
नहीं चाहिए तो फिर ठीक है. If I don't answer it is fine. हाँ, नहीं है, बेंजीन नहीं है वो.
Okay, just want to correct.
हाँ, बेंजीन नहीं है. किसी का आंसर नहीं आया भाई, जल्दी कीजिए. ओहो, what happened? No one has sent the answer. Atif, Akshay, Hamza, Hiba, Aisha, Krishna, Kulsum.
So I sent the answer, but it's not like going to the contact. Only one tick is showing.
Oh, only one tick is showing. Is there anyone who is facing the same problem? Yep, only one tick is there. Same with Akshay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, must be some internet issue. Send it to this number. Oh, what happened? Atif, Akshay. Is this number not on WhatsApp?
Sir, 1 minute.
हाँ देखिए देखिए. All of you please send है ना जितना भी हुआ है आप लोग का please send it to me. Also please write your name on the top of the page, okay? Because I will not be able to recognize. Arey, what happened? Atif, Akshay. What about others? Huh? Krishna.
For us also, for me also, one tick is there.
अरे I have sent you one number ना उसमें भी one tick आ रहा है.
You didn't send me a number.
अरे see the chat. I have sent to everyone.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Send it to that number. I think it is Sunday and that is why that the number must be off right now. Send it to this number.
Sir, my parents are not home, so I don't have the mobile phone.
It is okay, no problem. Do that. आप
So I
answers देख
can
लीजिए.
send afterwards.
आफ्टरवर्ड्स क्या यहीं पे आंसर देख लीजिएगा, कोई डाउट होगा तो फिर आप बताइएगा, ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. What happened, Akshay? Got it, got it. Got from someone. I got it from Hamza. Okay, fine. First one is correct. Second one is correct. Oh, C आपने नहीं किया है. D is correct. E में अटक गए. E में. चलिए. Let us see someone else. Okay, I think this Atif. Just have to write major product, by the way. Okay. Okay. One is correct. Second is correct. Third is correct. Fourth is correct. मानसी. Okay. First correct. Second correct. थर्ड में क्या क्या है मानसी आपने? BR नहीं लगाइएगा क्या? BR लगाना भूल गए आप. D आपने क्वेश्चन ही गलत. You have written the wrong question here. The D1.
yes.
अक्षय. Okay. First, second, third, fourth. ठीक है. ठीक है. देखिए, I'm giving you the answers. कृष्णा. हाय हाय, आप लोग को अभी पढ़ाया हमने. हमको बस एक चीज का अफसोस है. ये भी सही है. This H2Br होगा मानसी. You have not written that. And this one will be Cl. तो यहाँ तो रिएक्शन नहीं होगा ना. Here you have what? What do you have here? Partial double bond. And when partial double bond is there, you cannot break this bond. Yes or no? तो लिख दिया आप लोगों ने. हाँ. Everyone wrote this answer. There will be no reaction here.
Sir, first I thought there won't be reaction. I cancelled, then I thought.
फिर सर ने दिया तो हो गई. हाँ.
Yes.
नहीं. That is why I have given you this reaction. अब नहीं भूलिएगा. Yes or no, please tell me. Now you all
Yes,
will
sir.
not forget, right? Okay. चलो. नहीं. Write these answers. ठीक है. अच्छा, C में क्या हो गया था हमजा? Why did you not write the answer for the C1?
Sir, I was a bit confused, but what I thought about for the answer, it was right.
अच्छा, ठीक है, चलिए. Okay, so we'll look on to other method of preparation, starting with hydrocarbons in the next class, and then we will also look at the method of
Sir?
preparation of. हाँ बताइए.
The third one. What was the method for the third one?
Third, हाँ मानसी, third.
What is
हाँ.
the method of preparation for
Third.
it?
What is the?
Method of preparation.
Using HBr ना. See देखिए यहाँ पे हमने कराया है.
Halo acids.
Halo acids. Yeah, right. Halo acids.
Okay, sir.
है ना? Halo acids. Okay. HBr. Also, please remember this is what? This is sp3 carbon atom. Okay. ये sp3 है. That is why we will have this reaction. Also, I think I have written somewhere this type of similar type of reaction ना note में. हाँ देखिए CH2OH है. ये आपको मतलब ये तो बेंजाइल अल्कोहल will give Lucas, that means वो HBr वगैरह के साथ भी रिएक्ट करेंगे. ठीक है. चलिए. So this is done. Alcohols is done. In the assignment, अच्छा, one more thing about assignment is that for yesterday's assignment and for today's assignment, both of them, I have asked them to extend the time to Friday. ठीक है. क्योंकि आपकी जो next class होती है that is on Saturday. That means you will have time till Friday. Please submit the assignments all